All right. Anyone in the audience like to speak on this? Yes, please. If you'd use the microphone, identify yourself, group, organization. We'll go from there.
Chair Eisberg, council members, my name's Richard Denton. I'm representing Contra Costa Water District today. Greg Gartrell and Marguerite Nayland usually appear before you, but they couldn't be here today. CCWD did submit written comments on Wednesday, so you should have those now. And we do appreciate that many of our previous comments have been accepted or have been incorporated in the draft plan by the staff. The latest comment letter, we just pointed to 3 outstanding issues that haven't been addressed. And I just want to focus on the most important one of that, which has been discussed a little bit today, about the lack of any water quality policies in the final draft plan. There are numerous calls in the Delta Reform Act.
One of the things that I've not gotten from CCWD, other than the letter which I've read saying adopt a policy, you have not given us your legal analysis for the authority for us to impose this. And a lot of people just tell us what they want us to do and act as if the statute under which we operate doesn't exist particularly. Right. I'd be interested in this idea, but I want a serious group of lawyers to give a serious legal opinion that there is a foundational basis for doing it before we engage in a 10-hour discussion at the next set of meetings on this subject.
Well, we engaged in about a 2-hour discussion at our last meeting, or 2 meetings ago, and the council agreed on the exact language that we put in our recommendation number 1, after much discussion about whether it should be a policy, a recommendation, or what. So unless the council directs me otherwise, I will consider that issue closed. Sorry.
Although Contra Costa would be willing to put together a legal discussion.
Yeah, that doesn't mean we're going to reopen the discussion. Right, but right. I think at this point, you owe us a duty of a legal analysis of authority, not just the notion adopt some regulation.
Yeah, so just in looking at it, if you think about it, the whole idea of the Delta Plan is that covered actions need to be consistent with the Delta Plan. And at the same time, there's the other linkage that the Delta Plan needs to be consistent with the Delta Reform Act. And if you look at 302...
Wait, stop. Do it in writing for us on the legal analysis, if you will.
And then the other comment about that is that, so what Contra Costa is suggesting is there should be a policy that refers to that covered actions shall avoid degrading water quality, and that significant water quality degradation associated with covered action shall be mitigated to a less than significant level. So that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect is, if you look at your recommendations, they are almost weak in the other direction, in the sense that, say, water quality recommendation number 2 just says covered action should identify any significant impacts to water quality. But then what? So you get that information comes before you, and you say that's a nice list, but what are you going to do with that information? And so our policy would say you should do something with that information and say that if there are significant impacts, then you should make a decision that is not consistent, that covered action is not consistent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.